Welcome back, Dad's Bad Budget Meals. This week we're doing a deconstructed pot pie, reverse pot pie, a pot pie upside down. I don't know, but it's basically a pot pie on top of biscuits. We made 5 meals, leftovers for the wife, and you won't believe how much it cost me. Stay tuned. All right, let's see what the budget is this week. What is it gonna be? 10 bucks? Alright, cool. Alright guys, we got our budget. Let's get it. We need to grab an onion. If you have one, don't worry about it. These are only $1, so an onion it is. So apart from the onion, the other thing we're going to need is some frozen vegetables. You can use canned, you can use fresh, but these are $1.95. I know we have some from a couple weeks ago when I did it last, so we're not adding that in the budget, but if you did need to add it to the budget, it's $2. So depending on how many people you have, you might need more or less chicken. And in fact, if you watched my last week video, we might even have leftover chicken in the freezer. But we're gonna go boneless, skinless chicken thighs, less work. Last week we had skin on, bone in, so it might be a little bit more work, but if you have extra, just use that. You won't even need this. Use milk if you have milk. If you have a little extra in your budget, go buttermilk. We're going buttermilk this time because our budget's super low, but we have some of the things we need, so we can kind of do a little bit of, shaking and dipping and diving.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Whatever, make our budget work for us, and also give it a little bit more flavor. We're doing biscuits, so the biscuits that we're doing buttermilk. But like I said, if you have milk, you can use milk. So for $2, we're gonna go buttermilk. All right, boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and you'll see that I use chicken thighs a lot. They're just superior, and I don't care what anyone says. Breasts are fine. Don't get me wrong. Chicken titties are great. However, you can overcook them pretty good. They get dry, and chicken thighs are just forgiving. They taste better, and 99% of the time they're cheaper, so it's kind of a no-brainer. Anyways, for this pot pie we're doing 4, and this week we gotta feed 5 people, so this should be enough. Season your chicken. Let's get some olive oil in the pan. Hot pan. We're gonna go paprika. Ooh, you know what? Let's do this in a bowl. We'll do paprika, onion powder, if you don't know by now, it's that much. That's what it is. Salt. Give it a good mix. Hot pan, hot oil, throw them in. Cook them till they're done. We're not doing none of that fancy biscuits in the can or doing a whole bunch of measuring. I know you see measuring cups. I know what I said. We're just gonna get close enough. All right, so 2 cups flour in the bowl. These are messy biscuits. Okay, we're gonna do baking powder. Obviously, if you don't have baking powder, add that to the budget. However, if you have a wife who cooks and bakes, you probably should. Or if you're a wife who bakes, you probably should. I don't know. My wife bakes, so we have it. 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon.
Obviously, if you don't have baking powder, add that to the budget. However,
2 cups. We'll kind of give an idea of some salt. Let's do half and maybe a little bit more. Sure, why not? And then we're gonna do, ooh, almost lost that. We're gonna do a cup of that buttermilk. Okay, and then we're gonna do a half cup of butter. I don't know what that looks like, so we're gonna guess. It's gotta be cold butter. So we're gonna get a chunk out here, there, there, there. I have no idea. Okay. Okay. That's probably okay enough. Don't be scared. Mix with your hands. That's it. Super simple. These are biscuits. We're not doing anything fancy. You're just making good old fashioned country biscuits. Mix all this stuff together. And I'll let you know what it looks like when it's done. So your biscuit's gonna start to look like this. That's perfect. Now, I always underestimate my wife's fascination with honey. She loves it. If you have it, like we did last week on our chicken, you got some honey, throw some honey in there. Maybe. Yeah. There. Good. All right. Oven. 425-ish. 12 to 15 minutes. Like I said before, you're gonna know when your biscuits are done. Just check. Oil. Spray. And then we throw our biscuits on. Now these are called messy biscuits for a reason. Okay? That's it. They don't gotta be even. You put them however you want. For as many people as you want. Just grab a scoop and lay them down. That's it. Throw them in 350 until they're done. Just check them. You know when they're done. Dice your onion. I know I showed you guys the chop, 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 turn it, chop, 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 chop. Or do a different way this time. So we're only going to do about half an onion. So half an onion. Boom. Okay. Cut it in half. Here. Okay. Now, however thick you want your dice is cut them that way and this way. You want to try to make them even so they cook evenly, and then you just follow the curve. Here, here. Okay, and do the same thing for this one. Chicken should be done. Drop it out. In that same pot, or pan rather, don't clear it out, add your veggies. Onion. Frozen veggies. If you get a bag this size, you can probably make this 3 times for $2 worth of veggies. Butter. A lot of butter. You know what? Just do like, I don't know, that much butter. As much butter as you want.
As we cook down the veggies and they start to defrost and the butter starts to melt, we'll add some more seasoning. I'll show you that in a second. You could either wait till your chickens cool down, or you can be impatient like me and just do it when it's hot. So you just chop it up however you want. You can shred it even, which is also really good. I think this time I'm just gonna chop it up. Chopped it this way, chopped it this way. You should have little cubes just like this. I think that's perfect for pot pies. But like I said, if you wanted it shredded, you can do it however you want. You might not even want to mess with the chicken at all. If you have 4 pieces of chicken and 4 people, you can do what I'm doing. You can do biscuit, gravy, veggies, chicken. So just get creative on how you want to present it and how you want to eat your food. But this is how I like it. So, all right, veggies are cooked, salt and pepper, butter. That's it. So we're gonna try to save as much of this liquid as we can. I mean, we're eventually gonna use it all anyway. But I like keeping all that butter and liquid in there. So you separate this, and then we'll start our gravy. You can keep all that in there too. Doesn't matter. One pan. Okay, gravy. We had leftovers. If you don't have leftovers, buy it. You need some kind of broth. It doesn't matter what it is, chicken, veggie, beef, I don't care. We're gonna add, I don't know, maybe half a cup. That should be fine. And then cream or milk. Again, we had cream in the fridge. Probably equal parts, roughly. And we're gonna get that up to temperature. Let it get some bubbles in it going, and then we're gonna sprinkle flour until it gets nice and thick, and then we'll add everything back together, and we'll just about be done. Let's check our biscuits, actually. Oh yeah, those are done. Yep. Let's see. Oh yeah. Beautiful. And we're just gonna let those sit out. Those are done. Son of a bitch. We'll let those sit. Oh my god, I touched the pan. We'll let that sit right there for now. Okay, come back when I'm done with the gravy. I'll show you how to mix some flour. So we're gonna add some butter to this. About that much, should be fine. And we're gonna melt this butter down. I like stirring it with the butter. And we'll add the flour in just a second. Okay. Butter, cream, broth mixed with flour. And you're literally gonna do this and just until it's as thick as you want it. So you want it on some kind of mesh, what the hell is it called? Sifter? And then as you cook it, just keep going until it's the desired thickness. And that's pretty much all you need to do. All the way around, and I'll show you how we like it in just a sec. Sift a little bit, mix it in. You don't want to dump it all in all at once. You're going to get chunks and it's going to be gross and people are going to think you can't cook. And if you're watching this, you probably can't, so it's okay. Alright, so we killed the heat and mixed in a bunch. We didn't mix in all of however much this measurement is. But we'll get a spoon. And so I like to judge it like this. So come here, look in. If I can make a trail and it slowly closes in on itself, that's pretty good. So I like to leave it like that. After the gravy's done, put our veggies back in. Put our chicken back in. Ooh, one for the dog. And you give that a nice stir. And that's gonna be your pot pie filling and gravy and meat and veggies. And I'm gonna show you how to plate this right now. So don't go anywhere. I'm gonna grab a plate. And we're gonna use paper plates because, you know, fuck dishes. Okay, there's that. Grab a plate. You get a couple of messy biscuits. There. Now a spoon. It's just that easy.
Oven, 425-ish, 12 to 15 minutes. Like I said before, you're gonna know when your biscuits are done. Just check.